Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know if I will ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high. Even if the sky is falling down. Jumping from cliffs so high, trusting our wings to fly. Sometimes we're crashing down, but we get up and start from the ground. And I really wanna know if I will ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high. Even if the sky is falling down, even if the sky is falling down, yeah.
Hey guys, hope you're having a great day today. Today is Friday. Happy Friday morning to you. I hope that your morning is going well. You saw that I started making food this morning, so I started making my waffles here. You notice when I mixed up, I'm a little tired because it was early, and I thought I saw 2.5 cups of mix to 5 cups of water, and I was like, that's a lot of water, but maybe. Then I realized it was an 8, not a 2. So I'm like, okay, I'll just mix it all up. So we're a little bit tired this morning, but I got making waffles here for the kids for breakfast. Today is Gather Your Fragment Friday. I'm gonna make some food for breakfast, lunch, and dinner for the next few days. We're gonna make some appetizers. We're gonna have a munchie day. My kids like munchies. Do your kids like munchies? I like munchies. Like when we have a holiday, like Thanksgiving's the turkey. Ugh, I do not like turkey dinner. Do not like turkey dinner. I don't even like the sides. I mean, it's not that I don't like the sides, but not my favorite. But Christmas comes along and we always do munchies. That is my favorite time for food because I love the munchie aspect. I love the tiny little appetizer aspect. That's what I would choose to eat. So I was kind of, remember a few weeks ago when I made my list, gathering your fragments, I'm like, what can I make? And I'm like, I'm gonna do a munchie food day. So we're gonna do that for tonight's dinner, which will be good. So we're gonna do food for that. We're gonna do food for the weekend. We have Mother's Day and things, so we're gonna do some, I like making food. Like Mother's Day, people are like, oh, everybody, let's talk and flip the waffles at the same time. People, like to have the food cooked for them. I don't mind cooking my food. Sticking a little bit. I don't mind making, like I love cooking, like even birthdays and stuff like that. Like, yeah, as I get older, it's like we might go get a cake or that, but I know sometimes I'm like, I like the way I cook, so I'm just going to make my own thing, which is okay because I know how it tastes and I know what I like, and that's the bottom line. So since it's Mother's Day, I thought, what can I make for food this weekend? So we've been really enjoying having stuff in the smoker. So I have some ribs, we have some chicken, and we have some little steak pieces. And so I thought I'm gonna do all three and then just cook them today. I know, today and Friday, and then I'll just wrap them up, put them in the refrigerator, then we can just heat them up on Sunday. So that'll be good because we'll have church in the morning. Then when we come home, we won't have to worry about doing like making food, and then make some pasta salad to go with that. So it's just gonna be a gather your fragment, but appetizer edition, but other food in there too. Is that good? I don't know. Is that a good thing? That's good. Let me turn you back this way. All right, so what I've done already, I've looked at, let me turn you back over here. Can you see this far? I don't know if that's too far. Don't mind my messy handwriting. That's one thing when I talk really fast, so I write really fast. When I write on the board, the kids are always like, Mom, what does this say? And I said, if you can decipher my handwriting, you can decipher anybody's handwriting. So I have my breakfast, lunch, snacks, and dinner things that I'm going to do for this today. So breakfast, waffles and egg cups, boom. those are done. We will eat those for the weekend. The kids love the waffles. I forgot to put sprinkles in them. That's okay. They will live. And then the egg cups are in the oven. So that'll be good for the weekend. I was going to make some sausage. I might. I feel like nobody eats it. But maybe one more time. Should I try one more time? Maybe I'll try one more time. Let me go get my sausage out. All right, so I'm going to put these in the air fryer because that worked really good last time. So breakfast will be done. My lunch, I just have one thing on there, chicken orzo soup. That I've got a bunch of, we went to Walmart this week and I picked up some extra fruits and vegetables, my halfway through shopping haul, fresh veggie and fruit haul. I didn't show you that though, but we just got basically fresh fruits and veggies. And so I was at Walmart and they had like good bread. So we got like these, like a big thing of this for like $2.23. So they'll eat this with soup. So I thought, why don't I make a pot of chicken orzo soup? They like that. I like the sausage one with the spinach. That's my favorite, but got to do with what the kids like too. So I'm going to make chicken orzo soup for lunch. And then for snacks for the weekend, I've got chocolate chip cookie dough from this discount store. I'm going to make a container of that. And then donuts. I don't know. Those sound so good. When you're on a roll of making food and everybody likes it, just go with it until they're sick of it. Like pumpkin muffins. We did so many chocolate chip pumpkin muffins, and then I found all that pumpkin. Remember the big giant cans? And I was like, sweet, we'll have a whole lot. Well, they're done with chocolate chip pumpkin muffins. So we have vetoed the chocolate chip pumpkin muffins for a little bit. They may like them in time. But we're on to the bean donuts. Absolutely love those chocolate bean donuts. They're so good. So I'm going to do those with the blueberry, and I have lemon, and I have my zester, so I'm excited to do that. So I'm going to make some of those today. Not a huge batch, but a normal size one. And then we're going to make some fruit salsa. Now we've been doing we've been going to a couple gatherings and they've had fruit salsa. And I forgot how delicious, I gotta flip my waffles here, stick it. So I forgot how delicious that was, so I'm gonna make some of that today. And then we're gonna cut up our watermelon. Sorry, I gotta multitask here, talk and fill the waffle maker at the same time. And then for dinners, we're gonna do appetizers tonight. So I'm gonna make a bunch of little appetizers, I'll show you those. And then we'll cook our things in the smoker, do a pasta dish, some asparagus, and then extra things I'm gonna do are refried beans, which you saw me put in my pressure cooker because I'm completely out. So I usually do that once every, I don't know, I'm gonna say 6 months. Maybe it's 3 months, but I feel like 6 sounds better. So I'm gonna make probably 2 batches of that just to do it once, make the mess and be done. And then hard boiled eggs, because we've got salads in here. We're loving the little bag salad. That's been every single night we pull one out for dinner. It gets eaten. And that's a good thing. When I buy regular salad, none of it gets eaten. So I'm like, that's gonna work. So that's our Gather Your Fragment Friday, a fun appetizer edition. I turned my stove up, I put it in my oven up to 375. The egg cups, I just put a piece of Canadian bacon. Basically, it's really thin ham. And then scrambled eggs, salt and pepper, and cheese. So those, I had them on 350, but I'm like, they're just gonna take forever. So I turned it up 375. Waffles are almost done. We're gonna move on to soups. We're gonna have a great day. So you guys ready for a good day for Gather Your Fragment Friday? Yes. All right, let's go make some more food. All right, the best way to cook crickets. All right. I need like a level on my camera. I'm sure there is one somewhere. I'm sure there's a level. I just feel like it's always crooked. All right. Sausage and bacon in the air fryer if you're doing a small batch, because we're going small batch now. We're moving on to small size people, no longer large family. I mean, I still am a large family, but I'm sure this is way more than most people. So, too much in there. You just want a single layer in your pan. Hold on. Maybe, I might be able to stick them all in here. I think I will. They just had to be carefully placed now. Let me wash my hands. All right, so put them in your air fryer, put it in there. I just put it on 350. Yeah, 350 for like 15 minutes. Is that right? I feel like that's the time. I'm gonna tell you that now and then I'll check it when I'm done. Yeah, I don't usually change the timer or the setting on there. It's just whatever it is. So it's 350 for 15 minutes. I'll take it out in a few minutes and shake it. It's good. All right, one more thing of waffle, I think, and then I'm done with breakfast. We're gonna move on to something else. Here's the egg cups. They puff up, they're delicious. Perfect. I said perfect. Okay, one more waffle over here. All right, to make it all fit, I just cut it in half here. So that's a lot of waffles. Last time I made half that batch and then they got eaten up that day. So I did double for the weekend. The eggs will be here. All you do is put them in the refrigerator. That's a good way for breakfast. Breakfast will be done. Not too worried about anything else. And then if you ever want to plan your food out like I do, a good way to do it is make a list. Like think ahead to making food. You can do this on a Monday, a Sunday, whatever day is good for you to gather your fragments and make your food for the week. Me, I find it better on Friday because the weekend I want to have off. I don't like to do cooking on the weekend if possible because it's kind of like my days off because I cook every single day, pretty much. I mean, I throw pressure cooker meals and blah, 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 but I have life. So the weekends, I just want to be able to, oh, we're going to have this, pull it out and make it. We might have to do a few things to it, but majority of it is done. So make a list. Go, okay, breakfast. What can I make for breakfast? Make a big batch of and just have for the next few days. Maybe it's, you know, egg tortilla things like a breakfast burrito. Maybe it's going to be French toast. Maybe it's waffles. Maybe it's pancakes. Maybe it's baked oatmeal or whatever. And then make a bunch of it and put it in your refrigerator. So all you have to do is heat it up for the next few days, which is good. You don't have to do like a huge freezer meal thing. Like I like doing that. I love doing freezer meals. That's a great thing to do. It saves you a whole lot of time. I still have freezer meals in there, which I'm excited for because I don't like to have them every day, but like during the week when I have a busy day, I know, oh, freezer meal. Like even last night, the kids were out and they got home late and I was like, ugh, what are you guys gonna do for dinner? So I quickly grabbed out a freezer meal casserole and threw it in, cooked it real quick, and dinner was done without having to think. So that's a good thing for that. But if you wanna make them fresh, you can make these and freeze them, but you can also just make them for a few days, which it'll take me a few hours this morning to get all this done and we'll have food for the weekend. So I won't have to worry about anything. So do your breakfast. Think something simple for lunch. Like I'm gonna do a pot of soup. That'll be good because we'll eat that. That'll be something to eat up the next few days. And then think of some kind of snacks. You don't have to have tons of snacks. It doesn't have to be sugary. It doesn't have to be anything, but some kind of to munch on. So you're not tempted to go out and just keep buying things. And so we're going to do the donuts because that sounds really good to me. And then since it's Mommy's Day, and then the dinners, think the next couple days worth of dinners. And so we'll do the appetizers. We'll do those tonight and we'll have them probably lunch on Saturday. We'll see how long they last for. And then we'll do the smoked meats, which will be good, and I'll roast some vegetables and we'll have that. So it's just easy. And then we can throw in with like applesauce and, you know, veggies and, you know, whatever if we're totally out of food, which not likely, have some cheese, and we do the cheese and pepperoni and crackers. Just easy. So just help plan out something. Just make a list of what's going to be good for your family. And maybe it's just making a big pot of spaghetti for the weekend. That's a winner. That's easy. Maybe it's making a big giant lasagna and not having to cook all weekend. Again, something so you can just cook once and enjoy a few days off, because you know we get tired of being in the kitchen. I get it. I haven't been in the kitchen, I feel, for a few days, and I'm like, I'm ready to be in and make some food. So it's going to be a good day today. All right, I'm going to go on, wipe my mess up, clean as you go, and then the next thing I'm going to get is for our soup. Next thing I'm going to do is my soup. So it's chicken orzo soup. Super simple. It's like a chicken noodle soup. Whatever you want to do. I have a little bit of orzo pasta, so I'm going to use this up. I was looking at the other stuff I have, and I'm like, I should use the other one, but I know they like this, so I'm just going to use it up. I have a pot of water here. It actually has measurements in there. 3 quarts of water. That's good. I had no idea. That's kind of good because everyone's always like, how much? I'm like, I have no idea. You're going to add your chicken flavor bouillon. If you've got real chicken, go ahead. I don't. And then I have a real chicken like bouillon, you know, like, what's it called? Stock. Oh, actually, I do. I just remembered that. That's okay. I already put it in. I forgot I put it in over here. Chicken. This I cooked last month on my freezer meal. I'm just going to pour that in. It's already cooked. Chicken, and then I don't have any onions. I have like 2 red onions. I don't want to put those in there. I'll do some minced onions. Use onion powder. Whatever you want to use in your soup. You do what you have in your home. And then, you know, I have carrots. I have baby carrots here. You know, that's all I have. I have no celery. And so I'm like, the baby carrots will work. So I'm just going to chop up a few, put it in here. And that's it. You bring it to a boil, put in your orzo pasta, put your lid on it, and let it simmer. My kids like it. It's delicious. That's going to be lunch. So let's chop some carrots. All right, could you imagine the job of chopping tiny carrots? That would not be fun. Does anybody like doing the fine cutting? I do not. Lauren loves cutting tiny stuff up. I'm always like, big giant chunks for me, or puree them because it's easier. Could have done that, but to pull out that food processor for a few carrots was not worth it. But it's okay. So I've got the carrots in here. Look, again, you're cooking, so sorry. This is it. I'm gonna go put it on my stove, let it come to a boil, and then I'll add my orzo pasta. It's very easy. Basically, it's chicken noodle soup, people. All right, let's go on to something else. All right, so the sausage is done in the air fryer. It was 15 minutes, and I did it for like an extra 3. There you go. We'll see. We'll see if they even eat it, which is saddening. Saddening. All right, so I have a chunk of mozzarella cheese, like frozen right here. So this has been in my freezer for a few months. Cheese is good. Like, it's good if you can separate it into bags, people. Sometimes you put it all directly in your freezer and you leave it there for a while, it's gonna get solid like this. So get yourself a cheese chunker, and I just kind of grate it away to separate it a little bit. So I'm gonna try to, maybe I'll use this up today, we'll see. But I'm thinking I'll do some pizza roll-ups. That's something my kids do enjoy. We made these and we actually froze them. I did, you remember that? I did a freezer breakfast when I did a huge, I think it was the colossal one. I did a big giant pan and just put them in the freezer because I had a ton of tortillas and a ton of pepperoni right here. Basically just rolled it up, put it in the pan, and then put them in the refrigerator, and then when they wanted to cook them, they could either put them in the microwave or the air fryer. That works, so I'm gonna do that right now. They freeze really well too. If you have a ton of tortillas to use up, or your stuff you just wanna use up, you're not gonna eat it, roll them up real tight, put them in a pan right next to each other, put a piece of parchment paper on top and do another layer, and stick them in your freezer. Freeze them. I froze mine for about a month and then we pulled them out. I was like, oh, they're not gonna like this. That was one of their favorite snacks to have, so, or lunches, or whatever you wanna call it, to have. So I'm actually gonna do a pan of these. Again, put them in the refrigerator so I can pull them out and throw them in the microwave to eat them. It'll be easy to do. Just a simple, easy way to gather your fragments. All right, so then I don't put any pizza sauce or spaghetti sauce in this. I might put it on the side, but they just like them this way. So, you know, I have 10,000 tortillas. Love a tortilla. So we're gonna take it out, roll it, and put it in a container with a lid. Real simple and easy to make. All right, when I was making these, I was like, how did I keep the cheese from falling out last time? I used string cheese last time because I had a whole lot the kids did not eat. Yes, I do remember that. And so I just put the string cheese in there with the pepperoni. The first ones I spread out, and then after that I was like, you know what, they're just gonna cook and they're gonna eat it like a chunk. They're not gonna separate it. So good, lunch is done. Let me check my soup over here. This is probably done too. Oh yeah, it's boiling. All right, always taste to make sure it's good. All right, lunch is done. I'm gonna put these in the refrigerator, and this is just gonna simmer, and that's done. Let me go mark off the lunch. All right, today was the day I realized I'm out of sugar. I was gonna fill my container up. I have these big, giant containers here. But last week, and I'm like, oh, I'll just wait till I do baking. You don't like to have to refill on baking days, so if you can fill these up on your other days, do so. But let's chop here. All right, that's a lot of sugar. Okay, I'll scoop out of here to kind of use this up today first so I don't have to use up my container full. So I'm gonna do my bean donuts now. These are the greatest donut ever. I always forget to add the sugar though. I did that twice now. So I'm just gonna put everything in the blender. I'll put it on the screen, and then you melt chocolate chips. Gonna do that in the microwave, and then you mix it in a bowl. Don't put it all in your blender because it will just get stuck and you'll be like, oh my goodness. So let's put this together in the blender. All right, these donuts are delicious. They taste delicious. I'm looking at the size going, that's not that many, but it's okay. That's the only size I'm gonna do today. I'm going to stay small, I promise. We'll have this, we'll have the blueberry donuts, we're gonna have all the appetizers, and we're gonna have chocolate chip cookies. Plenty of snacks. So I'm just gonna stop here. I'm gonna put it in a Ziploc bag. A warning, use a good Ziploc bag. I use dollar store ones and it just blew out the side of it. So I'm gonna put this in the bag and just pipe it into my donut pan right here. Right here. So in delicious baking at 350 for about 10 minutes. So good. Then we'll make a glaze. I'll mix the blueberry ones up and we're gonna keep on going. Now I'm gonna look up my blueberry one. Now I made 2 different blueberry donuts. I think the second one I made was really good. It had yogurt in it. Is that what it was? Yogurt or sour cream? I think sour cream. That was pretty good. I just overfilled them. Remember I made the big giant muffin donuts. I think I'll go back to my original one. It's good. Sorry, color. How does the color get changed? There we go. Go back to my original recipe just because it was easy to do. So I'll put the thing on the screen, mix it up. It's really easy. I'm gonna use my lemon zester. I'm excited for this. So it probably would have made more sense to zest that lemon and then these things are aprons are so weird. They don't fit right at all. Anyways, it probably made more sense to zest that lemon and then squeeze that same lemon instead of a different one. I gotta sneeze. Flonase is doing really good. Just had a sneezy morning. So yeah, that probably would have been better to do, but that's okay. I'll use it for something else today. Oh, actually I do need it for a recipe today, so I will save that for that. Mix this up. It's pretty, I don't want it too, oh there, I was thinking it looks like it's kind of thin, but I forgot there's a bunch of flour on the bottom. So mix this, and then I'm gonna add in frozen blueberries. We don't love, like blueberries are good, but not the big giant chunky ones. Oh, just too thick. So, actually it's a half a cup. So I get the wild blueberries, they're smaller. So you wanna do that for your, if you want, if you don't want the big giant one. Oh, that was a big chunk. Oh my goodness, hold on, the bag is falling in. All right, enough blueberries there. Add this in and stir it up, and then I'll put it in a bag because those donuts are almost done, and then we'll pipe them in the pan. If you want perfect looking donuts, do you remember how you saw me pipe in there? Just do one layer. I added more because I wanted to, thought I could use up the batter. Just do one single thing in. It doesn't look very good, but these will be delicious. Let these cool for a minute. I'll flip them out and then do the next batch. So while you're letting that cool, clean up your kitchen a little bit. A lot of you ask, can you put them in muffin tins? Let's put them in muffin tins. See, I only have a little bit left and see how they work. I'm just gonna set these on here. I've read that you can do this. I just want to show you what they look like. We'll put these in the oven too. All right, we're getting donuts. I'm gonna make my glaze now. It's basically powdered sugar. One uses lemon juices. You know what, let me look up the one. I think it's milk, but I think there's butter in it too. Let me see. They use butter and powdered sugar. All right, so I'm gonna melt some butter. I'll do a big batch of it. I'll dip all the chocolate ones first, and then I'll add lemon juice. Oh, how am I gonna do that? Actually, I won't because it'll be too thin. I'll do one batch of this, and then I'll add a little bit more powdered sugar to it and lemon juice for the second one. Okay, so I've washed up all the dishes I need to wash up. I'm waiting on the next batch of donuts in the oven, so I'm gonna make some cookies. This is how I make cookies right here. I found this was $1.50 at the discount store. I don't have to mix anything up. It's here, they like it. These are the kind that Greg likes. He doesn't like homemade cookies. They're okay, but He likes store-bought. So I will make these up. I used to use a cookie scooper and found that that is just, it sticks way too much to it. I'll use a spoon, put it on here. We'll make some cookies after these are done. Okay, I'm at standstill, waiting on the oven, waiting to put the cookie in, waiting to do the drizzle. So I'm gonna chop up a watermelon. That's on my list of my snacks. I have a big giant watermelon right here. So I'm gonna cut this one up, just put it in containers, really simple. All right, so my donuts came out and then the muffins, I put my finger in them and they were a little too smushy. So I just cut my watermelon up. Somebody asked me, how do I do this? I just do slice down the same direction, turn it and slice it down the other direction, and then kind of cut like a thinner layer on top to get those squares. I know there's ones where you can do them where you can pull them out as sticks. That's great, but I don't have the space in my refrigerator to put big giant stick watermelon. So not always, because there's always other food in there. So just gotta pick and choose what you do. But this makes it easy to cut. I don't know, it makes it easier. I've done so many different ways and then I had to go back and chop, chop, chop. I just find that if you just go straight down and go all the way down like little lines and then turn it this way and go down little lines and then slice across the top like that. It gets you nice watermelons. This one I got in South Carolina. This one's not too bad. Did I even try it? It's like, wow, that's actually good. That's really good. I'm sure it's not from South Carolina because I don't think watermelon season is in South Carolina, but wherever South Carolina got it from, it does taste pretty good. So love having watermelon for the summer. I like eating it so the kids are just sick and tired of watermelon. Then we move on to apples. So it will be delicious. All right, I'm gonna finish chopping this and then we'll put the donuts out. All right, so my muffins spray, or my donuts spray your tin the second time. I did not, and so I'm going to have to go around and get those out. That's okay, but spray them. All right, you know how we do a taste test around here. I'm gonna taste my donut that, broke. So good. Should have sprayed it again. You can see where like too much of the frozen one got there. That's where it fell apart. It's good. Delicious. Like I remember getting really sick when I was pregnant with Lauren over a lemon bar. So I've avoided a lemon for a long time. And so I'm glad that I do like those. And then these ones, I mean, these are delicious. So good. So I'm gonna put these in our cupcake pan, like a container. And then I can put the cookies over here. Yes, you can make your donuts into muffins. That's like a perfect little muffin right there. So I'm gonna let those cool. I'm not gonna stack any in there until they kind of get hard a little bit, or at least get hard. As you put the lid on it, they're gonna be very moist. They're just a moist donut, which is good. It makes them not be all bad. So I don't know, maybe I'll put a piece, you know what? I'll just put a piece of wax paper on top and then add the other ones. And then these are done. Okay, my beans are done. So I'm just gonna scoop them out, put them in here, puree them, pour them in a container and freeze them, easy. Okay, so I've got one more batch of cookies in there. So I kind of went through my refrigerator and kind of straightened it. So the next thing I'm gonna make is some fruit salsa. This is really, really good. We've had this the last couple days. I forgot how good it was. I'm like, I need to make that. So normally you can buy cinnamon pita chips. The stores I went to didn't have them. So you can use tortillas. So what I'm gonna do is take my tortilla, spray it with, I think this is canola oil, both sides, and then I'm gonna dip it in cinnamon sugar. The more the better. When you buy it at the store, it's full of sugar and cinnamon. And then dip it, cut it up in little wedges, and then I'm gonna put it on a cookie sheet. We're gonna bake in the oven, and then we'll move on to our fruit salsa. So I've got the tortillas in the oven baking. I got one more batch of cookies. There's just 3, and the cookies are done. So my list, I'm marking off as I go. What I'm gonna do is the fruit salsa next. So I'm gonna do mine a little bit different. This is the way that Matthew's sister made it. It was so good. I mean, I think it's close to what she made, but I've got some apples. I think these are the gala apples. I've got some green apples here. We have some pears. We have some oranges, and we have kiwi. I don't usually buy kiwi. Brooklyn said she would eat it, so I got some kiwi. And then I didn't buy peaches, but I got canned peaches. And I have canned pineapple. So I'm gonna put that in there. I might even chop up some grapes, because these are like the black grapes. I might chop some of these up, put them in there. She just did the apples, and then put lemon juice on them so they wouldn't turn brown, and then chopped everything up, put it together, and mixed it together. It was so, so good. So I'm probably gonna use my food chopper so that it's nice and like square chunks for it. So this is delicious. A new favorite of mine. All right, so, oops. Fruit salad turned out really good. I totally forgot strawberries. I was like, why is this not looking pink? Add strawberries if you want. If you don't have strawberries, that's okay. I added a whole lot of fruit to it. Just put lemon juice on the apples, and then I sprinkle sugar on top. It's good. And then our tortillas, look at, delicious. Now I use whole grain tortillas, and they taste like graham crackers. The girls are like, this tastes like a graham cracker. I'm like, it does taste like a graham cracker. So I'm gonna put these in here. If you use flour ones, they'll be a little bit thinner. They won't, like flour white ones, they'll be not like a graham cracker. So this is good. So I'm like, awesome, my list is going down. I was gonna make my little appetizers next, but since we're gonna have that today, I think I'll work on my other food for the weekend. So I just turned my smoker on. So I'm gonna cook my ribs, chicken, and steak out there. And then I'm gonna make a pasta dish is what I'm gonna do. Yes. So let me get my pasta out. I'm gonna boil some water for that, and then I was gonna do asparagus roasted. Do I do that that day? I mean, we can just heat it up. Let me heat it up just so we can have it that day. All right, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get my asparagus out so I can cook that, and then the pasta. I'm gonna boil pasta and make like that. I'm gonna say it's like a Greek pasta dish. I like it. Some kids do. It's okay. It's Mom's Day. It's for me. So I'm gonna make it. So I'm gonna get a pot of noodles, get the asparagus out, and then the smoker should be ready by then. All right, so I've got my smoker on, got my door open, smelling the meat. Noodles are boiling. I'm gonna take this out, wash off, chop the ends off. Then I'm gonna put olive oil. The wind. I'm gonna do this. It's seafood seasoning. That's not why I got it. It's salt-free, but it has garlic, lemon, basil, and a hint of red pepper. So I'm gonna put that on there, and then Parmesan cheese. I put this out last time. It was really good. And then a little bit of salt. So put this on my pan. I'm gonna put it in the oven at 425.
I'm gonna let the sun shine in today.
Okay, so asparagus in there. I put a sweet potato in the microwave. I'm gonna chop the ends of this corn off and put this in the microwave, or get it ready to go in the microwave for when we do have it this weekend, because I was like, what is that? It's a reflection. Get that done, and then I'm gonna get my stuff out for my pasta dish. Really easy. All right, I'm gonna chop up stuff for my pasta dish. I like chickpeas in it. I like black olives in it. I like artichokes in there, marinated ones. I have some tomatoes. I'll put a little bit in there just for color. Green onion, cucumbers, and normally I would do feta cheese, but I will do Parmesan because I don't have feta. And this will be good. Sometimes I put chicken in it. I just don't want to put chicken. I just want the vegetables in it. This is delicious. It's Amy's salad. Oh, and the dressing, duh. This Vidalia onion dressing. So, so good. So I'm just going to chop these up, put them in a bowl. The pasta, when it boils, I'll put the pasta in there. I'm going to do bow tie. I like the ratatouille one. It just looks nicer, but I don't have it, so bow tie will do. So let's mix this dish up.
That I can hear the sound of people talking, the wind blowing in the trees. Oh, I will open up my eyes so I can see the light. Oh, and I'll try to spread my wings so I can fly. Oh, and the darkness starts to fade. Feels like things are gonna go my way. I'm gonna let the sunshine in the day. I'm gonna let the past be filled with smoke, and I will try to fix what has been broken, and take this weight off my shoulders, cause I know yesterday ain't coming back. I'm gonna let the past stay in the cold. I will listen to the ocean, let its unsaid words be spoken, and I'll let my mind be carried by the waves.
Okay, so the noodles are almost done. My refried beans are done. I'm gonna do the next batch, get those in containers to freeze.
Oh, and I'll try to spread my wings so I can fly. Oh, and the darkness starts to fade. Feels like things are gonna go my way. I'm gonna let the sunshine in the day.
All right, those were a lot more pourable, which is better. The other ones were a little thicker. No big deal. We'll still use them. You can add water to them after you cook them. Okay, let me wash my mess up here because I'm gonna start hard-boiling eggs, and my noodles will be done.
Oh, I will open up my eyes so I can see the light. Oh, and I'll try to spread my wings so I can fly. Oh, and the darkness starts to fade. Feels like things are gonna go my way. I'm gonna let the sunshine in the day.
All right, delicious. The girls were up here and I was like, ooh, delicious food for mommy. They're like, ooh, no thanks. Asparagus, so good. Pasta salad and sweet potatoes, so delicious. So I'm cooking the eggs now. my list, I'm down to just I got the chicken, and I'm gonna go check my stuff on the smoker, and then I'll start my little appetizers for dinner tonight. We're doing a great day. It's a good day. All right, so the next thing I'm gonna do is start my appetizers. All my food is done. I got the chicken off the smoker and the beef off the smoker, and I'll show you that when I'm done, and the pork is almost done. So I'm gonna do mini pizza bagels. We have tons of these. Got these at the discount store, and the kids never ate them. So before they would have loved them, they just don't anymore. So I'm gonna cut these in half, put them on here, and put some pasta sauce on, chop up some pepperoni, and put some of the mozzarella cheese on. Okay, so the girls helped me do a lot of the little appetizers, which is good, I'll show you, but I'm gonna finish up the meatballs. Basically, you're taking the angel hair pasta, and then I put some mozzarella cheese in there and Alfredo sauce. That's right here. I'm gonna spray mini muffin pans, and then I'm gonna make like a little nest in there, sprinkle with Parmesan or mozzarella cheese, and bake it in the oven. Then when they come out, I'll put a meatball on top. It'll be delicious. Getting there. I looked in my fridge and I realized I still have gnocchi. I bought this cheese gnocchi. Let me show you. Over here at the discount store. So basically you just fry it in butter, and it's supposed to get brown and crispy on the outside. We will see how that works, but I like gnocchi, and we will try it. That'll be a good side to have. So we're doing good. I'm heating up spaghetti meatballs and marinara sauce, and here's the spaghetti boats down there. I don't know, a new thing to try, but we're getting there. We got all of the food made. Can you see all this? The girls, this is the magic of video. The girls did this for me. I started doing some, and I'm like, will you finish it? So we've got our bagel pizzas. We'll put these in the oven. These are the Taki things. Like, these are pigs in a blanket. And then we've got some little, basically, tortillas. This has the queso on it, and then we had some like leftover chicken fajita meat we put in there, and this has got refried beans and some of the chicken with no cheese on there. This will be good served with like salsa and sour cream. And then we'll have the little spaghetti boat things. I'm anxious to try those because I have a lot of meatballs. And so we'll see if they get eaten up that way, but we're just gonna keep cooking this stuff over here.
I'm staying. I need your love and not a haven. No one man show.
All right, I am done. I feel like today was a good, successful food day. Let me show you what we ended up with here. All right, this is what we came up with. So here is our spaghetti boat. So these are in here, and then I'm gonna let them cool, and then they'll be able to come out easily. These I'm gonna put in the oven tonight, our little taco bites. Got our little pigs in the blanket, our Takis, And our pizza's here. Here's another plate right here. This is the potato cheese gnocchi. If I would have stirred it better, it probably wouldn't have fallen apart. This was really good, delicious. We'll eat it this weekend. We've got corn on the cob there. We've got all of our meat here. I've got beef, pork, and chicken. I'll just cover that for the weekend. All right, in the refrigerator here, what did we end up with? We have, that's like extras. There's the egg cups. There is the waffles back there. This is the apple. No, it's the noodle salad. Applesauce. This is the fruit salsa right here. That's delicious. And then I've got the pizza roll-ups. We've got sausage for breakfast. Here is soup right here. And then there is watermelon back there. This is the pasta dish. There's pineapple. There's a bunch of salads there and fruit for us. And here is the asparagus right here. This is hard-boiled eggs. The girls peeled those for me. Sweet potatoes back there. I pulled these out for the weekend. I might not use those because I might just use the gnocchi. And that's it. There's fruit right there. Here is, we washed some grapes here. This is the cinnamon pita chips. Really good. Chocolate chip cookies, the chocolate donuts, and the blueberry donuts. And here's some banana bread to pull out of the freezer. So it has been a successful food day. I have plenty of food for breakfast, lunch, and dinner for the weekend. I'm gonna go over here and see what we got here. I'm gonna get my Bible so we can read our Abundantly Blessed. All right, Psalm 95. Praise to the Lord in warning against unbelief. O come, let us sing joyfully to the Lord. Let us shout joyfully to the rock of our salvation. Let us come before his presence with a song of thanksgiving. Let us shout joyfully to him with songs, for the Lord is a great God and a great King above all gods, in whose hand are the depths of the earth. The peaks of the mountains are his also. The sea is his, for he made it by his command, and his hands form the dry land. O come, let us worship and bow down. Let us kneel before the Lord our Maker, in reverent praise and prayer, for he is our God, and we are the people of his pasture, and the sheep of his hand. Today, if you will hear his voice, do not harden your hearts, become spiritually dull, as at Meribah, and as at Massah, the place of testing in the wilderness. When your fathers tested me, they tried me, even though they had seen my works of miracles. For 40 years I was grieved and disgusted with that generation. And I said, they are a people who err in their hearts, and they do not acknowledge or regard my ways. Therefore I swore an oath in my wrath, they absolutely shall not enter my rest, which is the land of promise. You don't want the Lord to be disgusted with you, do you? No, I don't want the Lord to be disgusted with me either. Focus on him, do what he has you to do in your life, and it's gonna be good. No disgust. All right, you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you guys again tomorrow with Abundantly Blessed, and if not, I will see you guys again on Monday for another video. All right, hopefully you got some ideas from gathering your fragments, make some for your family, all delicious food. All right, we'll see ya. Bye.